Hi, this is Professor Bill. In the next several slides on this video, I'm going to go over a review of Accounting 212, just kind of an overview of how the class is conducted. This is the exact same material that shows up in the Start Here tab under How to Navigate the Course. So basically, what shows up as a PowerPoint set of slides there, we have those slides with video commentary from me here. Our purpose is given to us by the state, and so all VCCS classes, any point in the system would have these. And the purpose is the class introduces accounting principles with respect to cost and managerial accounting. It focuses on the application of accounting information with respect to product costing, as well as its use within the organization to provide direction and indeed to judge performance. Since this is an online class, I encourage you to begin at the Start Here tab. It'll take you to all of the introductory materials. Review the course information, such as the syllabus, the course schedule, and the grading policy, and be sure to ask right away if you have questions. There are 4 types of assessments in this class. 5 types, I'm sorry. First, there's a midterm exam, which has to be authenticated. There's a final exam, which has to be authenticated. And we'll talk about authentication in a minute. There are Learn Smart activities for each chapter. These are in Connect, and they're tutorial type things. There's a blog, which is kind of like class participation, 1 per learning unit. And then I've designed a course project. So the course project is 4 installments, and it's not something you need to do in Connect. In fact, it's something I've established as a series of Blackboard tests, and I have a document you read before you do that. So let's talk about individual types of assignments. The midterm exam. It's worth 2,750 points, or 27.5% of your grade. The knowledge comes primarily from the homework, and keep in mind that's all homework. It's reading, it's blogs, it's the Connect, and it's the project. The test will have a mix of multiple choice and problems. You can be authenticated in a variety of ways when you take it. This is a Blackboard test. So this test is going to appear on Blackboard. You'll be sitting at a computer. The multiple choice questions, you'll pick one and it'll be right or wrong. The problems are blank sections that you can upload, and then I'll look at them and grade them and give you a grade. You can be authenticated in a variety of ways. One is in a webcam setting on Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Many people think of this as Skyping. Here, as long as you have a webcam, I can meet you in there and you can take your test. That's not 24 hours, 7 days a week, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. You can also use the Pay Remote Proctor service, and that is 24 hours, 7 days a week, so it's convenient, but it costs $25. Or if you live in the area, you can go to any testing center. This test covers chapters 13 through 18. The final exam, much like the midterm, is again 2,750 points. It also covers only 6 chapters, chapters 19 through 24. It's not cumulative. The knowledge comes from the same place, all those things you've been doing through class. Again, you have to be authenticated. Keep in mind that's different than being proctored. So the tests are open booked, open notes. I'm just making sure here that the person who's taking the class and getting the grade is the person who is indeed taking the class. Homework does not have to be authenticated in any way. You can sit right at home without being on a webcam or anything. Each of them are worth 110 points. collectively they add up to 1,300 points of your grade. You're going to need a Connect access code for these. Blogs. In an online class, this is something like class participation. So you'll be asked to respond to a blog in each of the learning units. Actually, you're asked to blog each chapter, and sometimes that's more than one per learning unit. It's 12 blogs in all. So here you're going to write like a short essay, and they're worth 600 points in total. Each one of them is worth 50 points. The course project, again, is something I've designed. I think you'll find it interesting and super modern. We're looking at a company that does space vacations. You may have heard that Virgin Galactic and SpaceX are planning to do those now. So with this, it's a series of Blackboard tests. It's not something you have to do in Connect. It's worth 2,400 points. Each section is worth 600 points. There's a combination of several multiple choice questions that you can do over and over again, because this is a project, not a test. And also there's normally at least one short answer question that I have to grade. Introductory activities, there's just a few things I suggest you do right away at the beginning of class. One is get on the discussion board and introduce yourself to the class. There's also a suggestion that you respond to other people's introduction. That's totally a suggestion only, and something that you can do or not do depending on what you want. It's good discussion type theory, and we all are trying to get to know each other here. Also, I need you to tell me that you understand the syllabus. In a face-to-face class, I actually have people sign the syllabus and give it to me. And you'll notice on the syllabus that's online, there's a space for that. But I find the easiest way for you to let me know that you understand the syllabus is to get on the discussion board that says, "Do you understand the syllabus?" and write to me and tell me that you do. Now, I'm not asking you to say you agree with the syllabus and you understand it if you don't. Instead, I'm asking you to seek out, if you think it's not fair, ask me why you think it, tell me why you think it's not fair, and let's consider it. If you don't understand something, then contact me and ask me to explain it to you. But hopefully you will get a sense that it's fair and that you understand it, and at that point, I'd like you to respond to me that you do. Each chapter requires you to read. In our modern environment, I know that many people don't enjoy reading as much, and there are many other ways to get information, including these Learn Smart tutorials. But I do want to caution you. If one person reads the chapter and then does the Learn Smart, reading the chapter might take an hour or an hour and a half, and doing the Learn Smart might take 2 hours. So that person's time's 3.5. If you're not going to read, your time's going to be 3.5 hours. So if you compare yourself to the person who did read, you might find that, yes, they're only spending 2 hours and you're spending 3.5, but that's because you didn't read. So I don't mind if you read or not, but if you're going to use Learn Smart to supplement your reading or to actually be your reading, you may find it takes a little bit more time. I have several multimedia items in the class. There's usually videos demonstrating many concepts. There are PowerPoint lecture notes for most chapters, and you'll find them in the multimedia folders of each learning unit. If you have questions of me, this is how I would address them. You can go through one of the discussion board forums called Quiet Side of the Asteroid. This is for broad concerns, like if you're trying to figure out when the first day is you can take a test, or you think I'm a little slow on grading and you're wondering why, this would be the place I would put those comments. If there's a particular concept in chapter 13 that you didn't really get, you were having trouble with the tutorial, didn't make sense, then I would put that one in the discussion forum for chapter 13. You can also email me at the email address I've provided here, wconner@tcc.edu, or at either of these phone numbers. If you choose the cell number, you're also free to text there. I respond to those very quickly usually. Have fun, and I hope you enjoy the semester.